Let's have a conversation. Tell me what you think about the issues of the world. What kind of spice you wanna be? Tell me where you wanna travel. Do you believe in luxury? What's your hidden passion? What makes you so unique? Conversations with Nicole. Conversations with Nicole. Conversations with Nicole. Conversations with Nicole.
So one of the things that I was curious about was glass ceilings in women's sports or in sports in general.
Okay.
Do you still feel like there's some barriers that need to be broken?
I think that the glass ceilings are breaking every day across the country.
You being an example of such.
Well, and I, stand with several women. As we've spoken previously that even in my previous stop, that that position in terms of external affairs for athletics departments at colleges is typically, you don't see very many women in those seats. And so then to come over into this position is truly an exciting opportunity. And we've had a great year being here with that. But again, there are several women that are breaking through every day, and I'm just honored to be one of them.
Well, you are doing a great job.
Well, thank you.
Well, welcome to Conversations with Nicole. I am Nicole Everett, your host, and my special guest today is Miss Angela Suggs, who is not a stranger to Conversations with Nicole. She's been here before, and I invite you all to check out that interview. But today, Angela is the president and CEO of the Florida Sports Foundation, and we are celebrating her 1 year being in this position. Welcome, Angie.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so the Florida Sports Foundation, tell us
Yes.
about it. What do they do, and who do you serve?
Sure. And so we are Florida's sports development and tourism arm. And so we work with 27 amazing sports commissions throughout the state and then other industry partners to recruit and promote Florida as a destination where everyone wants to come and play. Recreational, leisure, professional, amateur sports. So all areas of sport do we, take the time to look at the data, look at the analytics associated with what drives people to Florida. We have, again, some amazing partners. We have had amazing success through their efforts and their leadership. And what the Sports Foundation does, in part, is to, again, provide resources to them. The professional sports plates that you see on the roadways. We have 9 professional sports franchises that have the plates, and we have one more, the Orlando City Soccer, that we are working to get a plate for them as well. And as other professional franchises come on board, we utilize those resources and the additional funds that are a part of securing those plates to award grants to the different communities throughout the state to assist and support the activation of these amazing events. And so everything from Super Bowls and All-Star games to baton twirling, pickleball,
twirling?
Yes, pickleball.
Pickleball? What? Wait a minute,
Shuffleboard
hold on.
and everything.
What
yes.
is pickleboard?
Pickleball,
Pickleball,
is a hybrid of sorts. So it's a hybrid between table tennis, badminton, tennis. It's played on a badminton-sized court, and the net, though, is low, like a tennis court. And there's a paddle, and the ball is, a little lighter. And, it's definitely sweeping the nation and becoming more and more popular. But we are just so honored to be able to provide information, as well as opportunities. We have an amateur sports division here within the foundation, headed up by one of our colleagues, Marvin Green, who serves as vice president in that way for us. And what our amateur sports side does is provide opportunities for residents and visitors to participate throughout their entire lives. We own and promote and produce the Sunshine State Games, which has been around a very long time, and our Florida Senior Games presented by Humana. And so our Sunshine State Games is going into, in 2020, it'll be 40 years old.
Wow.
And, it's one of the oldest games around, and it's an Olympic-style format. We move it around the state with different events, and so we have over 30 events that people can participate in and kind of just keep that competitive spirit going. And that's an exciting piece of what we do.
Now,
in addition to that.
Where are those usually held?
All across the state.
All across the state.
And so everything from figure skating in Pasco County, where we actually have an amazing ice facility there for ice skating, and we hold figure skating competitions there. And it's fairly new, and so I encourage everyone, if you're in Pasco County, particularly our northern residents, those that have come from the north down to Florida, you can, kind of pick your game back up, if you will, there in Pasco County. All the way down to Miami. We've had boxing opportunities through the Sunshine State Games, dominoes there in Miramar. Dominoes.
Really?
Our seniors will take part in that, and just, again, providing those recreational and amateur opportunities for our residents, and just trying to do our part to have an impact on quality of life.
That's awesome.
Yes.
So how would one go about seeking sponsorship or engagement with the foundation?
Sure. And so they go through their local sports commissions. Again, they are the boots on the ground that go out and recruit these amazing events to their local communities, and they are the experts in terms of what their communities can handle, what their communities are best known for, and what they can best accommodate.
That makes sense.
And then we again provide and manage the opportunity in terms of providing additional support for that, while also doing what we can to do to promote the entire state, so that people think of Florida and then look at the the diverse opportunities that we have throughout the state. Everything from being able to camp here in the Panhandle. Camping isn't just an out-of-state thing. You can campgrounds all across the Panhandle to saltwater fishing, freshwater fishing, our lakes, our golf courses, and all of the different opportunities Florida has it.
So everything sports, but also leisure
Yes,
as well.
absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Do other states have foundations like this?
Some, they're growing. We like to, say that we're the first. And other states have looked at Florida. Florida is an amazing state.
It is.
We are the third largest state in the union, 21 million people. Great weather year round. You can do whatever you want to do on any given day.
Absolutely.
Now during this part of the year, you just wait out the 30 minutes or the 15 minutes of rain, but the sun comes right back out. And again, with the diverse opportunities, again, throughout the state, small counties, small communities, and metropolitan areas as well. And so we are honored to be able to provide, these experiences for our residents and our visitors.
So let's talk about sports tourism, because I know that's big, and the foundation is very involved in trying to make sports and leisure activities happen here in the state. So talk a little bit about the economy of Florida as it relates to sports and leisure activities.
Sure. $57.4 billion
Whoa.
in economic impact.
Wait a minute. Did you say billion with a B?
Billion with a B. And with that, and that's across all, from our equine industry. We don't necessarily have Kentucky Derby or, you know, a Belmont Stakes, but we breed and provide the equestrian, the opportunities for those races, and we show ourselves in a great way there. In Marion County in Ocala, they just broke ground on what's going to be a world-class equestrian facility, and down in Palm Beach County, as well as over in Sarasota, Bradenton, we have an excellent opportunity for people to advance themselves in the equine industry, both on the back of the house side as well as the competitive side. And so also our opportunities show themselves, again, I mentioned our water sport opportunities there in Sarasota County. We have an amazing rowing facility, world-class rowing facility, where just last year we had the World Rowing Championships.
Wow.
Where we had many international teams to come over and participate. In Broward County, we host with the Broward County Sports Commission, we host the International Beach Games, which is an amazing opportunity. And then everyone knows about the number of Super Bowls that we've hosted. And we are so excited that we'll have Super Bowl 54 in 2020 in Miami. And we'll also then back that up with Super Bowl 55 in Tampa in 2021.
Wow.
Got a college football championship coming to Miami, and our partnership with that host committee, the Orange Bowl committee that is definitely been around a long time and done a lot of great things in the community. They are hosting the semifinal games for that. We've just come off in summer of 2017 hosting the Major League Baseball All-Star Game. Back in the spring of this year, we had the NHL All-Star Game on the same day that we had the Pro Bowl. And so for Florida to be the choice after Honolulu, Hawaii, and the Pro Bowl has been known to be in Hawaii for many, many years, and for the NFL to choose Florida, specifically Orlando, and our friends and partners with the Florida Citrus Sports organization. We at the Florida Sports Foundation are just so excited to work with some amazing people with our sports commissions as well as our industry partners throughout the state.
That is quite exciting.
It is.
And quite an honor.
It is. Again, Florida's
Every stunt, every shot, every rep, every strike, every hit, every kick, every spike. From first down to first place, every tag counts. When you buy a professional team license tag, every purchase supports the designated team's youth charity programs and promotes youth in major sporting events in Florida. Find out more information at playinflorida.com.
Now, I read something recently about the Grapefruit Games, I believe is
Grapefruit League.
League, yes.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about that.
And so that's spring training for Major League Baseball, America's greatest pastime, right? And so we have 15 teams that call Florida home for spring training, and we are truly excited about that. And so we've had a 65% increase in the economic impact of our spring training opportunities and programs, with visitors coming from all across the world even. We have visitors that come to experience, a great time in many of our 12 communities that host these 15 teams. And so, again, we refer to it as the Grapefruit League. There is another state out west They also have 15 teams. They refer to themselves as the Cactus League.
Okay.
But again, no one does it like Florida.
No one does it like Florida.
And our Grapefruit League definitely is a huge impact in terms of what happens in those communities. Many of these facilities host, Little League games and provide recreational opportunities far and beyond spring training. And so that's, a great opportunity and an investment from Major League Baseball in those communities.
Okay, that's excellent. So we're going to shift gears a little bit and talk a little bit about you.
Okay.
Now, again, congratulations
Thank
on
you.
serving in this position.
Thank you so much.
You're the third president and CEO, but first African-American female in this position.
Yes.
And what's the experience been like for you?
It's been good.
Look, and let me just interject. Not that you are a stranger to being the first African-American female to serve in a leadership capacity,
Right.
because at your last stop,
Yeah.
seeing a woman in a leadership position in the sports field is
Sure.
it's pretty tremendous. So
Sure.
I just want you to talk about that a little bit.
Well, and it's been a great year. I have I work with a great group of people. And again, our team is amazing. The organization has been around 26 years, and we have people that have been here almost 20 years,
Okay.
and we have people that have been here less than 20 days.
Right.
And with that, though, everyone that's here is committed to the team and committed to our state. We are here to provide that support, and we are excited about coming in and finding ways that we can continue to advance the great work that's happening across the state, but then also looking at new opportunities to bring into the state. For me, I just kind of have traveled a different path. Even in my beginnings, you talk about firsts, right? So my family is known for firsts, My mom, grew up in South Georgia, walked to school. I went through that whole story, right? Walked to school, picked tobacco in the morning, came back, went on to Savannah State, basketball scholarship, basketball Hall of Fame at Savannah State, went on to, Syracuse in the 50s to get a master's degree, come back in the 70s and get a PhD from Florida State. My dad, born in 1919, in Marengo County, Alabama. So I'm only three generations removed from slavery.
Wow.
So if my dad's grandfather, that would be my great-grandfather, was born into slavery.
Was born into slavery.
And before he died, had a doctorate of divinity from Selma University.
Wow.
And so excuses really don't exist.
Right. You stand on the right.
in our family.
You stand on the shoulders of some giants.
Absolutely. And so I grew up as an only child. And so they didn't have anybody to, encourage that spirit of work ethic and, no excuses except me. So I got their full-time focus and attention in terms of understanding how to prepare for opportunities and how, again, that old adage that says that success is when preparation meets opportunity.
Every stunt, every shot, every rep, every strike, every hit, every kick, every spike. From first down to first place, every tag counts. When you buy a professional team license tag, every purchase supports the designated team's youth charity programs and promotes youth in major sporting events in Florida. Find out more information at playinflorida.com.
black female that is beautiful and smart and operating in a high level position of leadership. What's your experience like when you come across men that are surprised to see you as the president and CEO? How do you deal with that?
Well, and it's not just men.
Women too, huh?
and people grow accustomed to just what their experiences have shown. Again, 26 years, that the organization has been here. Be they male or female, I'm often, in a room. And if I'll have some of our male team members with me, people may speak to them first, and speak to them about, the leadership of the organization. And that's okay. We want to empower the team, that it's about the team. Any and everybody on this team should be just as knowledgeable as I am. Like for everyone on our team to be respected the same way, that I am.
Absolutely.
It's not about them just waiting to speak to the CEO. Any of them can be the CEO if need be, in terms of being able to, again, meet the results or provide the solution in the opportunity. It tickles me, from time to time. Even in my previous stop, we had changes in leadership, and one person would see me and my role in one way. I'm all in the locker room and everything, talking to the football team in the locker room. I get another one say, "Oh, you can't go in there," and it's really the sum of their experiences.
Because you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine, and I understand that everyone's reality is not the same. And so, based on whatever situation we find ourselves in, I'm looking for the solution. And if your solution is that you want to hear from someone else, that's fine. Because at the end of the day,
as long as we get the results.
That's right. As long as we get the results, and that's my job. I don't get hung up on I'm the CEO, but I get hung up on being totally responsible as CEO. For our success, our failures, and the changes in those failures that bring us back to a successful place.
Okay, appreciate that. Now, what captures your heart most about serving in this position?
Well, and so that is one of the things about being who I am, being black, being female, that I can provide that real example that it can be done. That whatever it is, as we know, the NCAA tells us that most athletes will go pro in something other than sports, but that there are many opportunities within sports, not just college sports, not just professional sports, but sports tourism as well, and that nothing should hold you back. This is, sports is a universal language. Even if you hate sports, that means you love it because you spend a lot of time hating it, right? And so
never thought about that from that perspective.
It takes more energy
to
not.
Sports?
It takes a lot of energy to not like something than it does to actually like something. And so when you choose to think as much about sports, and sports again is universal. It's no matter your race, no matter your religion, no matter your party affiliation, no matter any of that, you can root for the same team.
Absolutely.
Or you can root against the same team with that. And you can also, play a game of basketball together. You can play a round of golf together. You can do any of these things together and achieve the same goal. You can win together. You can try to win together. You can bring all of these things together, no matter where you came from. And so I love that, I love being able to share that story and to stand with others as they again are able to bring such amazing events into our state. We had a 90-year-old female senior games participant, and deadlift 100 pounds.
Wow.
And so I left that experience like, well, I can at least walk around the block.
Well, speaking about walking around the block and activity, do you play sports?
And so I swam,
You swam,
in
okay.
high school
Okay.
and a little bit in college. I play golf, or I play at it. You know, I hit
Play
balls.
at it, hit balls.
You know, as I say, I hadn't had a chance to get out there much lately.
Okay.
But I'll get back out there pretty soon.
All right.
Yes.
Now I'm going to alter my signature question a little bit and
Okay.
ask you if you could describe your life as a sport, what sport would it be and why?
So right now,
Uh-huh.
I'd say golf.
Golf. Okay. And
Yeah.
why golf?
You know, it takes you on any given day. It could be a different experience. Depending on your drive and your passion, you'll go out there no matter how hot it is, if it's raining, if it's cold. When my husband and I first started playing, we had these gloves and these suits, these little thermal suits and all of these things.
Yeah, I was ready.
And we now look back on it, it's like we were out of our minds
It's
to
okay,
do
though.
all of these things. But it's really, you know, one of those games where you find yourself going at it no matter what. No matter if you're an expert, you think you are, because you're going to go back out there and you're going to try it again. And for those that play golf, they understand as the sun starts to set and you're still out there and only you can see that ball because it's dark. You know, at a certain point, you're hitting the ball and you're going down there. And it's kind of like when you were kids and you play outside and only you knew it was dark because you were out there playing. But when your parents came to the porch and said, hey, it's dark, come on inside. It's one of those things. And so that's where I find myself in life. You know, we have a 12-year-old, started 7th grade.
Miss
And
Dylan.
so we're in the adolescent stage and, you know, pray for us. She's an amazing kid. She really, really is.
Beautiful.
And, you know, my husband and I are truly excited about that. But the patience and the resiliency and all of that happens out there on the golf course, that's what we model
Okay. All right.
in life as well.
Okay. Now my final question is, what does winning in life look like to you?
Understanding that winning comes in all forms. And when there can be a win-win, that's a good thing, but that losing happens as well. And as long as you win more than you lose, then that's winning.
Okay. Love it. Well, Angie, I want to thank you for
Thank
your
you,
time
Nicole.
today,
Yes.
letting us come and talk with you. And again, congratulations, and I wish you so much success in the future.
Thank you. Congratulations to you as well.
Thank you, my sister. I appreciate
All righty.
you.
Okay.
All right. Thank you all for joining us on Conversations with Nicole, where we're connecting the community through conversations. We'll see you next time.